We need help in Benue State. We need help in Benue State. Yesterday, about 90 to 100 people yesterday. Just yesterday in Benue State. That is where people call their home, their house. They can't even stay comfortably anymore. They will stay and they will be scared of Fulani herdsmen. People can't even go to their farm to feed themselves because of Fulani herdsmen. A lot is happening in Benue State. Fulani herdsmen are buying us every day. People's mother, people's children, people's husband, like a lot is happening in Benue State. We need help. We need help. We need help. We need help. A lot is happening in Benue.
We are still providing solutions to the economic situation in Nigeria. We can start an agricultural revolution. I saw people protesting in Bayelsa State. Rice is so down. Bayelsa State has one of the best soils for rice production in West Africa. West Africa. We can intentionally start an agric revolution. Start an agric revolution. I am not buying Gary. In fact, one of the buildings I'm building is the money we are building a tertiary institution. Is the sales I make from Gary that I used to pay the workers. Because I cultivated a large expanse of land. Apart from the northern youths, most of these youths protesting hunger in the streets. Do you have a small farm? Do you know you can plant yam? We can start this revolution. You can plant yams in sacks. Let's start an agric revolution. Tell the people, plant. Barack Obama's wife, Michelle, planted vegetables in the garden, in a garden in the White House. Let's mobilize these youths, not the Agbado, cassava, This is serious business. It's not entertainment. If you say you are a leader and nobody is following you, that you are just taking a walk in the park. So followership is very important. Universality and the uniformity of hunger has opened the eyes of Nigerians from these so-called leaders who do elite capture. So a lot of your so-called leaders, including your religious leaders, when they go to Aso Rock, go to governor's house or whatever, they give them money and they become mute dogs. They can't even bark, not to talk of bite. Most of those singing Tinubu, singing this and that, they are parasites, leeches. It is just what they can get that they are hailing you for. And the president has to be wise. These people he brought, most of this is Lagos gang that he brought. They are leeches, parasites on the nation and on himself. What we need today is true leadership in this country. And to a large extent, it has left the hands of these people you see in the streets. Those who have ears, let them hear.
All right, behind me is a community called Makoko, just close to the Third Mainland Bridge in Lagos. Now, this place is a slum where the people here, a family of 5, live within the average of $1 a day, a family of 5. A lot of children that you see here, a lot of them barely even leave this community. Now, what brought me to this community is this. Behind me, when I was in China, I noticed that they started sand filling. And when they started sand filling, I knew them well that these people will soon be chased out of their community. And being that Nigerian government is what we know them as, they might not compensate the people. So that is why I came here. But again, after investigation, I found out that the people that acquired this land and that are sand filling, they've actually settled with these people, not entirely. They've relocated them to a particular place, but they have not been compensated yet, which it will happen soon, but we don't know how soon. So my purpose of being here is a reminder to the Lagos State government that, okay, it is fine, you have reached out to them, you people have your agreement, but please don't leave them hanging, because I know Nigerian government, they can start something and at the end of the day, they will just bully these people and leave them hanging. So Lagos State government, please, I beg you, for the sake of the children that are here, if you want to come and relocate them after your sand filling, make sure you compensate them well. Don't just put them on the street, because if you put these people on the streets, it will be a problem in Lagos. What is the problem? Insecurity. A lot of these people here will want to survive. Imagine living in this place. You will do anything to survive. Therefore, they'll start snatching bags, snatching phones, insecurity. A lot of people might lose their lives. So please, if you want to do this and you want to relocate them, I beg, make sure you compensate these people. Never forget to compensate them. Don't take advantage of them, because maybe what is the highest that they can do. So the drone will still go around to show you how big this community is. And this community is housing about, not housing, It's bad. The outside will call it bacha. This is like a bacha. I don't even know how they survive here, you know. So let the drone take you around so that you can see how big it is. It's housing over more than 2 million people, yeah? So the drone will take you. Drone! So I am pretty sure you have seen how big this community is. They are living in abject poverty, and that's why I'm appealing to the Lagos State government that if you must relocate them, please don't go back on your promise of compensating these people. It will go a long way for them. If not, you'll be battling with a serious case of insecurity because these people here, they'll try to do everything to survive. I mean, look at where they are living. Look at where they are living. I saw a lot of kids swimming inside that gutter water. I can't ask myself, say, God, how? Do you understand? So please, Lagos State government, do not go back on your promise. The people doing the real estate is a good thing, you know. Development is coming here because from the Third Mainland Bridge, anytime I pass and I see this place, I always wonder why the Lagos State government are not doing anything. So it's a good thing that development is coming. So while development is coming, also do the right thing. So please do not go back on your promise. The people that acquire this land, I've done my research. Their documentation is clean. It's a legal thing that they are doing. But again, if you must relocate, you must compensate. And these people too plenty to just do them anyhow, because I know Nigerian government sometimes, you understand. So please help these people so that they can be relocated properly. Thank you very much. And don't play. If you people play, you're going to learn. And you will learn the hard way. Sorry, I play when I help the people. Thank you. All right. All right, so the news says Senate President Akpoki in Rome for Pope Francis' burial. Shameful. Shameful. Senate President Akpoki is leading a 5-member Nigerian delegation to Vatican City to attend the funeral of Pope Francis, scheduled for today, Saturday, April 26, 2025. The delegation was appointed by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to represent Nigeria at the funeral rites of the late head of the Roman Catholic Church. Shameful. Shameful. What are you doing in Rome? You think your impact will be felt in Rome? If they release the list of the dignitaries who attended that funeral, they will not show you people's face. What are you doing there? Meanwhile, the people who fulfill your presence, your impact, your presence, you cannot go and see them. Tinubu did not open his mouth to say anything until he got back to Nigeria when they kill people for Jos, when they kill people for Benue. When, as they talk now, Kwara State in Lorin, they buy them. Akpoki did not go anywhere. Okay, say Tinubu no dey country as at the time where all those buying they happen. Akpoki did not even wake up one day to say, you know what? As the Senate president, let me take this man too. Let me go and see all these people. Let me just travel around. You took how many hours trip? How many hours flights to Italy? The number of hours will take you to go Italy. You go don't go Benue, come back in one day. You go touch down Benue, touch down Jos, touch down Kwara State, touch down Enugu. You go touch down Enugu, touch down Ogun. You go touch down Ogun State. All these states have been affected by the herdsmen issue, where a lot of people have lost their lives. But you leave the people where they say you did directly, where you influence directly. You go place where they don't send your papa. All in the name of what? For kamikaze, paparazzi. I don't know what kind of connection you are looking for. Pope where you no go greet when he there alive. And when he buy, you go greet him. I don't know whether I bless you, they fine. Pope where you go, where you no see everything they use it to do politics. Everything is politics. Everything, like I said, they go check, they go print out all the people that come there last. They go snap picture of Vatican, all those people, they go snap now, main press. They will not see you at Akpoki. You and the others who are wasting on, they will not see you people. Your people are here, people they buy every day when I know they see them. When I never go visit anyone. Up till now, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu never say, okay, you know what? I'm back in Nigeria. Let me go to Jos. I am back in Nigeria. Let me go to Benue.
I am back in Nigeria, let me go to Ogun. I'm back in Nigeria, let me go to Kwara. I'm back in Nigeria, let me go to Edo State. None of that. None of all the people when you carry yourself, you delegate people, may they go Italy. May God help us in this APC and Tinubu regime. May God help us. They have failed totally. They failed completely. No remorse, no human. They don't even care. Meanwhile, some people still wake up tomorrow and defend this set of people as leaders because they don't collect small things and because they chop. Don't worry, now time. You're gonna be affected as well. By then, you're gonna learn, and you will learn the hard way. When our leaders they fail, they go they meet other people where they won't look good for their eyes. Shame, 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 shame.
All right, so by now I'm pretty sure you people have seen this news that is all over the media where it says APC has given Verydarkblackman 1 week to apologize to Senate President Akpa for calling his trip to the Pope's funeral shameful, warning him to stop making activism with slander. To be very honest, a lot of people have called me, some of them say, I beg you, just apologize to, this not Senate President who they talk about and all, and after thinking about it, I did not actually plan to insult him or make him feel some type of way, you understand? So if he feels offended or if they feel offended and they request an apology, then it's fine. So first of all, I want to apologize to the people of Benue, to the people of Jos, to the people of Kwara, to the people of Enugu, to the people of Ogun, to the people of Edo State who have been victim of this insurgency and insecurity in Nigeria as a result of these irresponsible leaders that we have. Leaders with misplaced priorities that leave their own people that is dying on their farmlands and traveling to go for funeral of people that don't even know them when they were alive, all because of their political movement. You understand? So I want to apologize on behalf of the irresponsible leaders to these people, because I feel like these are the people that actually need an apology. Since the irresponsible leaders would not apologize, I will apologize on their behalf. Do you understand? People they kill hundreds of your people. When I don't wake up one morning, when I go there, President said nothing give statements. When I get mine, they give me 7 days. I want to give you people 7 days to clamp down on all these headsmen attack that is going on in Benue and Jos. Going on in Benue, Jos, Enugu. See that Enugu single mother. That Enugu mother now will lose her only picking. I want to give you 7 days to stop this insecurity that is claiming the lives of a lot of people in their farmlands. See what's happening in Bayelsa. See what's happening in Kwara. They just recently kidnapped a woman in Kwara State. Insecurity they country una carry una self, they travel, say una go do familiarity with some people who don't care about una. It's a shame. It is a shame. It is a shame. Now, whoever is there, I know the person who draft this letter on behalf of APC. Not be the same you, now they go arrest for a do election, where you go wear police uniform, they claim police. It will say they don't detain you. To say they don't lock you for impersonation, because that one are impersonation. Nobody want where police, they carry me, they go court for. Nobody say I carry their uniform, go rob. Nobody say I carry their uniform, go steal. Uniform, why even we say not be their own, no. But person now when we say go do impersonation, I still dey free. So they write me letter on behalf of APC, say make I go apologize for video what I do. God go punish you. The person who draft that letter, God go punish you. God go punish you. You are very stupid. I don't go apologize in the next 7 days. Go and do your worst. You want to serve letter, serve the letter. Go and do. I want to see your worst in the next 7 days. In the next 7 days, I want to really know what you want to do for freedom of expression, for freedom of speech and expression. Make I apologize to you now. I want to wait. I want to see the worst that will happen. I'm really curious. People they die everywhere from Nigeria. Una no care. Now they carry on say private jets. So I can't go place and they talk. You they talk say they are giving you 7 days to apologize. Was shameless and disgraceful. Now, and Punch newspaper. Verydarkblackman is becoming notorious for blackmail, slander, and character assassination while pretending to be an advocate for the masses and social crusader. Now, Punch, let me tell you something. The quickest way to fall your brand is by letting all these people use you people to do propaganda or to push a narrative. Do you understand? Now, I want you to understand, you were there for Punch, and all of now when they push all this narrative, I will advise you. It's an advice. First of all, understand where we are in the country. You don't dey for this game since. Me, I just dey come, you never take. But you understand, because number one, a lot of you collect money for what you do. So money drive you. Me, money don't drive me. My own is passion. Do you understand? My own is passion for my country. Don't ever think in your life that you people can push a propaganda against me. Now, me, if you push a narrative to spoil what you get. Do you understand? So you cannot compare us. It's not about how long ago. It's not about how long. Don't let all these politicians use you to spoil your. They go spoil. I will help you spoil them. I will help you spoil it. You better be careful.
Verydarkblackman, every other person reports the news as he did. You reach your turn. Verydarkblackman is becoming notorious for blackmail. If I tell you now, me come prove where a blackmail person. If you prove him, slander and character assassination. Which person character they don't assassinate when no be bad person? Which person character? Are they not irresponsible? God will punish you now. What I be saying for punch. And the person will write this letter, God will punish you. You're going to learn, and you will learn the hard way. Apology my foot. Apology my foot. Don't play, else you're gonna learn, and you will learn the hard way.
Lead right. Let's not mislead younger generations.
Mr. Aliu, do you know the cost of a bag of rice in the market?
I have a younger friend here who says they are going to use
Dr. Aliu, I'm asking you a question. Do you know the cost of a bag of rice in the market? Do you go to the market?
Law that you want changed now. I bet you.
I'm sure that we are talking now. Policemen are waiting for you outside the studio so that when you finish, you will enter an SUV. Policemen and civil defense, people's fathers are waiting for you now as we are talking. So that when you finish from here, they will carry you home. Mr. President, you do not know the cost of. You do not know the cost of energy. You don't know the cost of energy. You don't know the cost of rice.
He was one of
you are
the
speaking for your money.
As at the time, I mean, if you look at the challenges, you know, that they try to tie to him, the issue they try to tie to him about the funds and everything else, then it shows you how much figures.
You are telling me about Chatham House.
That he was exposed.
The Chatham House, the Nigerian people. The Chatham House voted Tinubu.
He has his green passport.
The Chatham House voted Tinubu.
At a young age, he did everything.
Nigerian voted Tinubu. Our lives have become worse, and you are there talking because they are paying you salary.
Country, he's running.
Be very careful.
We have consistency in Lagos. He is the president today. That alone shows you a success story.
Okay, thank you.
That's the hallmark of a change maker.
Thank you, Mr. Aliu. Thank you, Mr. Aliu. I think you were trying to get somewhere there.
Yeah, I'm trying to ask him a question. He's talking about reputable organizations that are giving credit and rating Tinubu positively. And the question I am asking simply is whether Chatham House or whatever international organization Dr. Ali is talking about is rating Tinubu positively. Did Chatham House vote for Tinubu? Okay. Was Chatham House in Nigeria to vote for Tinubu? He's speaking for his money. As he's talking, policemen are waiting for him outside to carry him home.
But I'm interested in saying something about Mr. Aliu. Because when he was talking, he made a veiled reference to my comment. So I want to respond to him. If you have been watching this program, if you have not been watching, maybe you watch the replay, you will notice that when Dr. Ali was talking, if you see his demeanor, if you look at his face, you will see that he suddenly became angry when you were pushing him to give you the answer to your question. He started by massaging the young lady in the studio, my younger sister. I want to appeal to her. And the next thing, he was telling you not to push him. He wanted to have the floor, and he became angry, literally on his face. That is the attitude of this government. I even think there's an insult to call a young 20-year-old person a small girl. I don't find it funny because in this country, we have seen people at 23 who became ministers and all of that. In my state, we still have, my governor was 46 and all of that. Now, that is the attitude of this government as reflected by Dr. Aliu in that brief 2-3 minutes. That is the attitude of this government. He was wondering that activists, people say they are activists. You are angry with the military. You are angry with people from 1999 till now. The truth is that have the ideals of June 12 been fulfilled? Have the ideals of the democracy, which we carry placard for, have they been fulfilled? The answer is no. But these people, the moment they give them power, imagine that a Dr. Aliu has power, and I have the capacity to ask him questions. In 2 minutes, look at the annoyance. If he had a litany of policemen and soldiers, he will move them against me. That is exactly what Nigeria has been doing under this government. Have you also noticed that almost every prominent saboteur, economic saboteur, and murderers, mass murderers in Nigeria, from the north to the maybe the southeast is still the only region that is isolated now, to the south, where I come from, they have all been compensated with either federal government contracts, Tantita in particular. Some of them have been made traditional rulers. They have been given thrones. These are tenures that will never end until dead. Government officials are patronizing mass murderers and economic saboteurs and turning them to strongholds in this country. And those of us who are asking for change, just make one line, they come and arrest you. I was arrested and charged for treason for saying that my former governor mismanaged 500 million naira meant for a microfinance bank that is still not working till today. Instead of the security agencies to go after the person that mismanaged our money, they came after me, and I was charged for treasonable felony attempts to overthrow Buhari and Governor. I don't know how this country is working, but the people that are destroying this country, carrying arms, once you have I call it the AK-47 economy. They are moving on with it. Once you have the capacity to kill in mass, after 1 or 2 years, they'll call you, negotiate with you, either give you a traditional throne, or give you a contract to go and secure some federal government assets, or make you so prominent, fund you with so much money. As a matter of fact, there's a bandit leader in Zamfara State that was declared wanted. The day he came outside to collect an award, he was surrounded by policemen, and the local government chairman was seated there in the occasion, a man that had been declared wanted by the Nigerian army and by the Nigerian police. That is how this country is functioning. And they come to talk about this our movement. Dr. Ali said something there that there's no country that has all its problems solved, and I agree with him absolutely. But what I'm saying is that our target we may not be able to eventually stop corruption. But if you can put a stumbling block on the part of those who want to steal our money, it's some form of progress. We may not, I don't think there's any country anywhere that has been able to stop corruption completely. But what we can do is continue to mobilize ourselves to put stumbling blocks on the part of those who want to steal. Let them know that if you steal, there will be some form of consequences. You may not go to jail in Nigeria because if you steal enough, it's only poor people that go to jail in Nigeria. I've been to jail, it's only poor people that are there. There's no rich man in prison because they're not ready to send themselves to jail. But our target may not just be to build a paradise here, but to be able to put stumbling blocks on the parts of those who want to destroy Nigeria. The government is not helping it. Our government is patronizing violence. Our government is patronizing crime. Our government is funding those who are destroying this country, and they are running after young people and innocent people who are calling for change in this country. And it is very, very disheartening.
This was a very compositive conversation that we had this morning. Okay, please, can you respond quickly to that? Quickly, yes. How do we move from here?
Let me just say that we will move from here by changing this narrative and building a system that can hold people accountable. And I take exception to the words of Doctor describing someone and something that I said as, being ignorant. You see, this grandstanding and high-handedness by the ruling party will take them nowhere. And that is why Nigeria is failing and is becoming a failed state under their watch. Because the only institutions or systems that are working in Nigeria is corruption and criminality. And also the statement that there are threats on this platform to corner people to asking questions. Arise News is one of the leading journalism houses that is trying to hold leaders accountable. And any attempt to ridicule, the capacity that they bring must be checked immediately, because this current administration does not like free speech. And before you know, they can bring the NDC against you. But let me just say this as a final parting statement.
Yes, 1 second.
Nigerians must make sure that we build a system that can hold our leaders accountable, which will begin with the electoral system, because that is their only arrogance.
Thank you
so much. They know that the INEC is a weapon factor.
Thank you so much. We've run out. Thank you. Unfortunately, we've run out. Change is never born from silence. And history has proven that when people rise and demand better, nations are forced to listen. The days of quiet sufferings are over. Nigerians are awake, their voices are loud, and their frustrations can no longer be ignored. Thank you so much for being with me here on Perspective. And I keep saying, life is a learning club. See you next week.
Okay, we are here today basically for the swearing in of 2 national commissioners. As you are aware, the commission is made up of a chairman and 12 national commissioners, drawn on the basis of 2 commissioners per geopolitical zone. So vacancies existed for the Northwest and the Southeast. And the Senate has screened and confirmed the nominees, and Mr. President today performed the swearing in. So we have almost the full complements of the commissioners of the commission. As we are aware also, about 2 weeks ago or so, we lost one of our commissioners, Major General Alkali. May his soul rest in peace. So now we have almost the full complements of commissioners. On electoral reform, we have been interfacing with the National Assembly. 2 weeks ago, we had a retreat in Lagos with the Joint Committee of the Senate and House of Representatives on electoral reform. Thereafter, the National Assembly is going to organize a public hearing, and it's after the public hearing that now a new bill will at the end of the day be submitted to the President for assent. So we're working with the National Assembly on electoral reform. But we reviewed the 2023 general elections on our own. We engaged with the stakeholders. We came up with 142 recommendations. Out of these 142 recommendations, 8 require constitutional or electoral act amendment, and we discussed this with members of the National Assembly. So far so good. We are happy with our discussions with them, and we are also happy with the speed with which they want to proceed, so that we'll have some necessary amendments done to the electoral act ahead of the 2027 general elections. No, this one, I don't think we need to waste time so much about these unnecessary speculations. As far as the law is concerned, and as far as I'm aware, I remain the chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, and under the Constitution, the Chief Electoral Commissioner of the Federation, and under the Electoral Act, the returning officer for the presidential election. I hope I've answered your question.
Now, this picture on your screen has been trending for the past 3 days on all social media platforms that many Nigerians are saying, okay, wait, let me explain. So many Nigerians are saying that El-Rufai and Peter Obi, in case you don't know who El-Rufai is the former governor of Kaduna State and also former FCT minister. If you're in Abuja, you hear El-Rufai, you should be terrified, because El-Rufai is that name that Abuja people knew that sent a lot of people back to the village, sent them back to the square one. In fact, he took some drastic decisions in Abuja that affected many lives that maybe also had, positive impact at the end of the day. But then, that is who El-Rufai is. I just want to introduce El-Rufai to you in case you don't know who he be. Then Peter Obi, former governor of Anambra State, former presidential candidate of the Labour Party, also former vice presidential candidate of Atiku under PDP. That is who they are. But many people are alleging or saying that Peter Obi and El-Rufai are planning to come together to dethrone the APC administration led by Tinubu in 2027. Now, here's the question. Do you think that collaboration will work? What is the chance you think that, what's the high percentage rate do you think that that can work? Now, this is what people are saying. People are saying that they need El-Rufai to join Obi because Obi appears to be a soft, person who like following due process and will never call for violence even if they steal his mandate. But then they said that El-Rufai on the other side will raise hell and will raise dust, and also will bring the North, who are the fearless people who, if you thief from them, they would rather burn down the country than allow you to take their things away. So that they need the soft and the wisdom from Obi, then they need the violence, from El-Rufai, so that if they burn Tinubu and APC where they burn their way, made the thief mandate and see the country burn to the ground. Now, waiting people talk, no be me talk. I'm just reporting what they say, but in case you think that I said it, no be me talk. Then you tell me what you think in the comments.
Are reforms possible in the Nigerian system? Let's consider the role of youths in electoral reform. Nigeria's political system has long faced challenges, ranging from corruption to electoral malpractice. A key question remains: can meaningful reforms truly occur within the existing system? The case for reform: structural issues. Nigeria's electoral system suffers from lack of transparency, voter suppression and rigging. Need for reform. Without overhauls in election processes, democracy remains weakened and unrepresentative. The role of youths. Demographic power. Over 60% of Nigeria's population is under 30, a powerful force for change. Recent mobilizations. Events like the #EndSARS protest show youths can organize, demand accountability, and influence national conversations. Digital engagement. Youths leverage social media to spread awareness, document injustices, and coordinate activism. Taking to the streets. Peaceful protests have historically sparked reform globally. Nigerian youths have shown they are not apathetic, but are increasingly aware of their civic power. Street protests, when backed by clear demands and sustained advocacy, can pressure the government into electoral reforms. Challenges: repression by state forces, disunity or lack of long-term strategy among youth movements, political co-optation. In conclusion, yes, reforms are possible, but only if Nigerian youths remain active, united and focused. Their presence on the streets and in civic spaces is not just symbolic, it's essential for democratic progress and lasting electoral reform. Call to action. The fight for reform begins with informed, organized, and persistent youth advocacy. Change is possible if the streets continue to speak. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and leave meaningful comments. Thank you so much for watching.
We need help in Benue State. We need help in Benue State. Yesterday, about 90 to 100 people died yesterday. Just yesterday in Benue State. That is where people call their home, their house. They can't even stay comfortably anymore. They will stay and they will be scared of Fulani herdsmen. People can't even go to their farm to feed themselves because of Fulani herdsmen. A lot is happening in Benue State. Fulani herdsmen are buying us every day. People's mother, people's children, people's husband,